Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome to the very first board playthrough of Mario Party Superstars. I kind of went through the introduction in the last video, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the big green warp pipe as we start our next Mario Party adventure. Let's do it, folks. So from the get-go, I believe the first thing we'll be selecting is our characters, which I think that's normally how it goes anyway. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick our characters. We have 10 characters to choose from, all popular characters of the Mario Party franchise. Not all of them, unfortunately, but, you know, a lot of the main series staples. I feel like the one character that's kind of missing in action more than anybody is probably Toad and Boo to an extent, but those characters have roles on the actual board, so we'll definitely see them. But yeah, we have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong, the original 6 from Mario Party 1. We have Daisy and Waluigi, which joined on in Mario Party 3. We have Birdo, who is kind of a surprise addition to this game, who came in during Mario Party 7 and then stayed for Mario Party 8 and 9. And then we have Rosalina, who actually joined in the most recent of all these characters, making her debut in Mario Party 10. Like I said, Birdo's probably the one character that kind of stands out the most, because although she was in more games than Rosalina, Rosalina I can at least understand because she's more of a popular, like, modern Mario character, so I can see why she definitely got invited back. But Birdo was honestly kind of a surprise addition, but I am actually glad she is back. In fact, she is actually my main when it comes to this game. I play as her probably the most often, so for this very first board, I will actually be playing as Birdo. So that is going to be our first character selection. I'll go ahead and randomize the other 3 players. Looks like we have Wario, Waluigi, and Rosalina. I'm going to make one slight change to this roster. I'm going to actually make it Luigi instead of Waluigi. Or actually, no, let's do Mario instead of Wario. We'll go that route. Just so we have, like, you know, a character from the very beginning, one of the early characters, the middle characters, and then the late character. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Next, you choose the difficulty for your CPU players. You have easy, normal, hard, and master. I normally go for master or hard personally, because I feel like master is just kind of a little too difficult with some minigames. But hard still will offer a challenge in some way, so it's not going to be free and easy, but it'll be more likely that I have a chance to kind of compete and hang with the hard players as opposed to the master players. Not saying that I can't compete with master, it's just I prefer playing against hard players, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we'll go ahead and select those. Next we choose the board. We have 5 boards to choose from in this game. We have Yoshi's Tropical Island, we have Spaceland, Peach's Birthday Cake, Woody Woods, and Horrorland. And, like I said, we're going to be going through these in order, so we're going to go ahead and start with Yoshi's Tropical Island from Mario Party 1. And now we have to choose some other settings as well. First up, we have the turn timer. You can actually choose from 10 all the way up to 30 turns in increments of 5. And I think I'm actually going to go with 20 turns, because it says it'll last about an hour. Realistically, with the way I kind of conceptualize Mario Party, it's probably going to be closer to an hour and 30 minutes. But I feel like this will be the best way to kind of split up 3 separate videos. So we're going to go ahead and go with 20 turns. Next up, we have the bonus stars, which you have bonus stars turned on. You have classic bonus stars, which are the 3 main bonus stars from the N64 era, which are the Minigame star, the coin star, and the happening star, although they are slightly different, and I'll talk about why later when we get into the game. And then you can just turn the bonus stars off. I'm personally going to stick with just bonus stars on, because there's a lot more bonus stars that are up for play here, and it just kind of makes the game a little more interesting, not knowing what's exactly going to be coming at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and keep them on. Minigame help, we'll go ahead and keep that on as well, and then have no handicap. And then, of course, you choose the minigame settings, which I like playing with all minigames, but these are some other categories you can choose from as well. And yeah, with that, we are ready to begin, folks. So let's go ahead and start Yoshi's Tropical Island. And since we're playing as Birdo, we need to do our best to make sure that her lovely Yoshi's board is given to at least a friendly face to the Yoshis. We've made it. This is Yoshi's Tropical Island. Long ago, a passing superstar met some Yoshis stranded on these very islands. The superstar stepped up and saved those Yoshis. What a hero. The kindness of the superstar meant a lot to the Yoshis. It meant so much that they stayed here hoping for another superstar to appear. They've been waiting a very long time, but today's their lucky day. Because we're playing Mario Party. It's time to find out who's the next superstar. Let's get to it. But now that we're here, I've got some business to take care of. I'll see you guys later. Toad's in charge from here on out. So yeah, this is why Toad is no longer playable. He's kind of the host, I guess you could say. Boo obviously has his job, Koopa Troopa has his job, and even the King of Koopas has his job as well. And Toadette, who could have been a likely Toad replacement, actually hires Toad's job from the early games, so she's actually going to be the Star Space. I guess it's up to me to be your guide. Is this your first time playing on this board? It is not, but just to kind of give a quick refresher on what we have here. Let's explain. This is Cantaloupe Island. It's a tropical paradise just bursting with fruit. And this is Watermelon Island. Look over there. Bowser's catching some rays.
I'm actually just kind of standing here.
Two bridges connect the islands, pay the thwomp's fee, and you can cross. There are Yoshis everywhere. They seem to be keeping an eye on us. First, we decide the turn order. So yeah, that's basically it. I love how they didn't really explain the gimmick of the board, but that's fine. I mean, we've seen me play this game, I'm sure, dozens of times. If you watched me play this game last year, you know how this board works. But essentially, it's a very simplified board. There are two islands. At any one time, Toadette will be on one island while Bowser is on the other. If you land on a happening space, they'll switch positions. And in order to get to each island, you have to pay the thwomps. And the price of the thwomp payment increases 1 coin every single time you pass it. Or you can just jack up the price immediately since you set what you're going to pay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as anything else, I'll just kind of step in when there's, something new to talk about as far as the Mario Party Superstars version, which I wouldn't say there's really a lot different between this board and the original. Obviously, the layouts are a little different. I feel like there's probably less spaces overall, but for the most part, it still plays out the same. Some happening spaces might be in slightly different locations, and of course, you have all of the other Mario Party Superstar spaces as well. So I guess we can just go ahead and go over that right now really quick. We won't have to do this for other games, obviously, but as usual, blue spaces give you 3 coins. Red spaces subtract 3 coins. You have the happening spaces, which depending on the board you're playing, will have different events. You have a Bowser space, which if you land on this, Bowser will have an event where something dastardly could happen to you. You have these lucky spaces, which if you land on them, something good will happen. You can get some items, you can get some coins, some other events could happen as well. Let's see, this is the versus space. This is basically just a battle space. However, if you ever land on it, it will actually disappear and turn into just a normal blue space afterwards. So there are actually limited numbers of versus space on the board. And much in the same fashion, there is also the chance time space, which... where the hell is it? It is right here. If you play this, you have a chance time roulette. And I think that's all of them. Oh, item space. You play an item minigame and you get an item. That's really about it. There's also item shops where you can get items right here where this yellow toad is. Obviously, if you pass Bowser, something bad will happen. This is the Toadette Star Space. Boo is up here. You can actually steal coins and stars. And that's pretty much about it. So let's go ahead and get things moving. I always like to kind of just go over all the rules and all the basics just for those who may be walking into this for a first time. There is always that possibility. As we hit a lucky space and get our first item, which is a nice mushroom. That will add 5 spaces to our rolls if we use it. To just that one roll, anyway. So it's not quite the same as an old-fashioned mushroom for the Mario Party series, but, you know, it still definitely encourages movement. And there's another item that'll actually give you a second dice block. But yeah, you essentially go through the game as normal once all the players have moved. It's time for a minigame, and since we all landed on blue spaces, we're going to be playing a 4-player minigame. And all these minigames are minigames that were chosen by the developers, and they range from games from Mario Party 1 all the way to Mario Party 10. Now, there are going to be a majority of Mario Party 1 through 3 minigames, because this game was kind of made as a celebration of the old classic series in the first 3 games. But, like I said, there are some minigames from Mario Parties 4 through 10 as well, so they do have some good choices here, but they also have some very questionable choices. This is actually a really good choice. This is Tipsy Turny from Mario Party 1, and technically Mario Party 2 as well. All you do is just uncover the picture with your shell. Whoever does it first will be the winner. And the game actually continues until everybody has uncovered their picture, or at least 3 of the players have. Because, like modern Mario Party, there is the pity coin system, where even if you don't win a minigame, they will give credit for 2nd place and 3rd place finishes. Which, honestly, I'm not really too bent out of shape about that. I personally don't mind that. I think ultimately I would prefer not to have that, but if they have it, they have it. It's not a big deal. I think the main problem is, and this is a problem with not just this game, but also Super Mario Party, is due to the nature of getting coins for, like, you know, getting 2nd and 3rd place. It's a lot easier to save up coins for the star, and as a result, there can be just games with a lot of coins across the board, so very coin-heavy games will happen in Mario Party Superstars. So you can use the item you just got. Do you want to give it a try? I'm actually... Let's go ahead and use it. I'm going to use it right now just to kind of potentially add some items to my item usage total, because there is a bonus star for using items, and I could... Well, I can't get a star, though, because I'm going to lose coins by passing the thwomp. That's a little unfortunate. You know what? I am still going to do this, and I'm still going to do this for one reason. Actually, wait, let me verify that. Because I think I'll land on this, won't I? Or will it be the blue space? Because I got a 10. Hold on. Where did I start this again? I think I was here, so I rolled a 15. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I'll land on the blue space, not the happening space. See, if I go that way, then I'm going to be running into Bowser, potentially. You know what? No, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to go this way. Because there is something else I can kind of do. I will be essentially giving everyone a chance at the star because I'm landing on a happening space. Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind. What am I thinking? I keep thinking, like, it's like, oh, I'm landing on the happening space, I'm getting the star, but I wasn't going to land on the happening space, I was going to land on a blue space. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart right there, I guess you could say. But yeah, it looks like both Waluigi and Rosalina are staying on the left side of the island. Which means I'm likely going to be stealing coins from Mario, since he's going to have enough for the star. And then unless Waluigi and Rosalina do something to switch the islands around, or switch at least the characters on the island, they're likely going to be seeing Bowser. But Waluigi did get a Warp Block just now. Warp Block is actually a really good item on this board specifically. Essentially, if you start heading towards Bowser, you can use the Warp Block to essentially just warp to the other island, or potentially warp like further away from Bowser. So it can be pretty helpful to get a Warp Block here. Normally in my play, when I play this board, is to go on the left island, get both a Warp Block and also a custom dice block, and just try to stay on the left island. But and then only go to the right side if I need to see Boo or something. But my plans kind of changed based on the rolls I've been getting so far. So we have our second minigame. This is Ice Rink Risk from Mario Party 3. Very difficult game. Doesn't really change too much from its original rendition. I'd say for the most part. I'll try to say like how I feel about the games compared to their original counterparts. This is one that, like I said, it's pretty much the same for the most part. The same goes for Tipsy Tourney. I feel about the same for both games, but they don't really change a whole lot between them. Some games might feel a little different, like, you know, some people might say that they like the original feel of Tipsy Tourney compared to the new one. But for me, I don't know. I get adjusted to the movement pretty quickly. Even with how much I play like the older versions of Mario Party. So let's go ahead and roll. Man, I'm getting some really high rolls today. And I am not against that. So we're going to go ahead and steal from Mario, because like I said, Mario is going to come around here to get a star. And I do not want him to get one, so we're just going to take that away from him. Ooh, a Bowser space. I don't know about that. But here is one thing, and this is actually what kind of caused me to realize that I wasn't landing on the happening space. But you can actually see, if you look at the icons next to the arrows, it actually shows you what space you'll be landing on as a result. So if you're not entirely sure, like if you can't see the spaces from where you are, you can actually use this as an indication to see, okay, I'm going to land on this space. So this might seem kind of crazy, but I am going to actually land on the Bowser space here. Because I don't have a star, so I can't lose a star. And there is a chance that I may not lose anything, depending on the type of event that gets picked. But, yeah. Let's see what Bowser has in store for us today.
So you landed on my space. You have no clue what's in store for you, do you?
I do not. Looks like we have a Bowser minigame.
Saddle up, chumps. It's time for one of my minigames. Lose and I'll take your coins.
So, hey, it's Facelift. My favorite game from Mario Party 1. I'm pretty excited about that. Honestly, I mean, Facelift is about the same. I do think it's probably a little harder than the original Facelift. Just because it's kind of like getting the shapes you have to work with are not as like easy to get, I feel like. But I mean, I feel like that's kind of to the game's like success more than anything. I'm kind of actually glad they made it like a little more difficult because, admittedly, the original facelift is actually pretty damn easy. Just move this over here. I'm not sure about this. I'm not going to get perfect. Man, 81. I think the nose was a bit too low as well. I think it was mainly the nose and the cheeks. That was the things that kind of messed up the most. But since I won the game, I'm not going to lose any coins. All the other players will. I believe there's only 3 Bowser games you play in this. I believe it's Facelift, Pit Boss, and Dark and Crispy, which the other 2 are from Mario Party 6, which is kind of a shame because I feel like in picking those 2, they actually skipped the best Bowser game from Mario Party 6, Dizzy Rotisserie, which I think they actually had in Mario Party Top 100. So I think it's kind of weird how they went with those 2, but not the better one. But you know what they say, at the end of the day, it's all subjective, I guess. But another reason why I landed on the Bowser space is there is actually a bonus star for landing on Bowser spaces. Whoever lands on the most will get the Bowser space star. So, you know, it doesn't always hurt, especially early on when there's not much to lose, to land on a Bowser space just so you can have that bonus star essentially taken care of. Since nobody really wants to land on a Bowser space unless you know there's a chance it can honestly help you out. So we're going to be playing another game. We're going to be playing Money Belts from Mario Party 4. It's a coin minigame. This one is another one that's probably about the same. I feel like I do better on the older one. But I feel like this game is, at least like the conveyor belt, is bigger than what it is in the original. I think anyway. I haven't like memorized all the shapes into memory or anything. But yeah, you just collect coins, collect as many coins as you can. Try not to fall off. Especially if you're the one player, because you can waste a lot of time if you fall down there. Because not only do you have to fall off the map, but then you have to respawn, so it can take a bit of time. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good so far. I am a little concerned about all those warp blocks that are being kind of passed around the board right now. Hopefully that doesn't screw me over at all. As we do get an event space, and that's actually not great. Because I am not on the right island. So now I do kind of hope they use the warp blocks. At least, okay, I'm glad Mario didn't use it right there. Because then he could have just sent me right to Bowser. Also, man, look at Rosalina, who has 2 custom dice blocks. That's definitely an item load that I'd like to have. Thankfully, I only lose 9 coins for that. I think I actually stole more from Mario when I stole from him, so that's kind of nice. So it'd be nice if Mario does actually use his warp block next turn and warps with me instead. Honestly, I guess Waluigi could have used it too, but I don't see why he'd use it now. Since, you know, he's not en route to Bowser or anything. So I could get potentially screwed over here, but, you know, I have a lot of coins, so no one has any stars yet, so I'm not really falling behind just yet. Okay, looks like Rosalina's going to use this. I don't know why she wouldn't have just gone all the way, but I guess she has another one. And she has a warp block. Everybody has a warp block, aside from the one person who could probably use it the most. Ain't that just lovely. And that person is also playing another 1 vs 3 minigame. So, looks like next up we have Archer Rival from Mario Party 2. Once again, game doesn't change too much. I think I do prefer the original because I'm a little more used to how the arrows fire. You have to get... It's essentially, if you know how the arrows work in the original, you can time this pretty well, thankfully. Boo and Junior kind of helped me out there. Oh, come on! I literally felt like I was all the way over, but... Nope, apparently not. See? I can't win them all. I can't win them all. I definitely want to win the next one, though, because every 5 turns, I believe the minigame on that 5th turn will actually have an increased payout, so that's something we're definitely going to want to take advantage of. As I'm slowly creeping my way up to Bowser, which is good, because that means that there is a chance that they could warp with me still, or the happening space could just be landed on too. Unfortunately, I don't think Rosalina can land on it now, since I think she's like 5 spaces away from the star, and then there's like one that's like 4 spaces away. Although she's probably just going to use her custom dice block anyway. Everyone has items except me. That's the one thing I don't really like, because I like having items in this game. And I'm not in a place where I can get any items either. So that's a bit unfortunate. Let's just keep moving and see what happens. So yeah, here's the thing. The poison mushroom can easily be countered if you have either a mushroom, a double dice, triple dice, or custom. So if you use any of those items, you know, it'll just overwrite the poison mushroom. Oh, okay, looks like we're playing a battle game. I'm cool with that. The person who landed on the space also gets kind of a finder's fee, I guess you could say. But looks like we're playing for 28 coins. And we're playing Bouncin' Trounced from Mario Party 3. Now, I gotta say, this game is actually a game that I'm not crazy about in the original. But I actually don't mind it here. I feel like it kind of controls a bit better. Or I don't know, maybe I've just kind of grown to appreciate this game a lot more. Even with the... I mean, I don't think it's like a great game or anything, but I do think it's better than what I used to give it credit for. Plus, not to mention, you do get, like, pity coins for getting second and third. I think that also kind of helps. So if you do get screwed over earlier than you want, you have that to kind of, you know, help you out a little bit. But yeah, that's going to give me some extra coinage, which I'm always happy about that. But, again, I'm still heading towards Bowser, which I'm not really wanting right now. And I really don't want to steal a star this early either, but we'll see what happens. So next up we have Manner of Escape. This game is in Mario Party 9, and it's also a luck-based minigame. You have to just choose the right doors and try your best to get to the bottom by choosing the right path. But yeah, as you figured, it is luck-based, so keep that in mind. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Mario, you idiot. Mario got in my way. Okay, this is where it's going to be really luck-based. Okay. Well, looks like Rosalina's going to take that one. I'm glad Mario got last after he just, like, got in front of me and prevented me from moving. But yeah, not much changes between that game, between its original rendition and that one, so it's about the same. But yeah, unfortunately, since it was a 5-turn minigame, Rosalina's going to get 20 coins as opposed to the 10 coins. So I bet she's pretty happy about that.